Digital Embellishment Show, where your print comes alive, watch your colors explode, from a spark on the screen to the wow on the floor.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an exciting new episode of the Digital Embellishment Show. I know it's going to be exciting because my good friend, Andrew Gunn, the Director of Product Marketing at Fujifilm, is here with us. Andrew, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. I get to be here with you on what hopefully is the back half of Friday.
Yes.
And hopefully we're getting closer to that. We got Valentine's Day coming up and hopefully getting closer to some warm weather. And I don't think, did the groundhog see a shadow this week? I don't even remember.
I live in Florida, buddy, so that doesn't even like cross our mentality space. I don't even know what the groundhog.
I immediately regret bringing that up.
Andrew, is it me? Like, I don't know. Every time I go into LinkedIn, I'm seeing you. You're all over the place. You're speaking. You've been traveling a lot. I see just a ton of just Fujifilm everywhere. What's going on? How come you guys are everywhere right now? You guys are blowing up.
I think, one of the things we're trying to do is we're trying to be more visible, walk with a heavier foot, as they say. And I've been traveling a lot. I've been to Japan. I was in, just this last week, I was in Scottsdale, Arizona at the Executive Connection Summit, which was really good because I spent a lot of my time talking about technology, talking about embellishments. That's with you, talking about automation. But I really like the twist of getting into and talking about it within the channel and how we can help grow the channel business there. But to your point, we seem to be playing in a lot of different ponds, as they say.
You guys are in a lot of different ponds. You guys are bringing on some really powerful new dealers, and having that direct presence, I think, is really incredible to see. How's everything going on the Aspire program? I know you guys are evolving that. You guys have already done a lot of work. And for those of us who don't know, what is the Aspire program and how's that going?
Yeah, so the Aspire program is this groundswell program that we put together of helping printers, designers, our channel partners adopt the CMYK plus capability, if you will. You guys are probably, I was going to say, the biggest think tank. I think you're the biggest and the only big think tank when it comes to digital embellishments and print decoration. But as you know, we've got the biggest portfolio that plays in that space. So I would say it's our obligation to create this program, whether it's designing, whether it's creating tools that the dealer partner, the customer can use to sell their capabilities, how to price these things out. It's, you name it, we can do it. Right down to the operator level about how do I do it? Like, I've got this print ready file. Now what do I do?
Right.
So we've created all these tools that are available in one spot, even with the plugins for InDesign and Illustrator. It's all tools in one spot that a customer can go into, a customer, a partner, a dealer, whatever can go into, use these tools, sign up for designer training, and get cracking at it. Because again, we've got this obligation due to the offering that we have. We need to make it easy. We need to make it turnkey. And I think I like what you said, is you said of all, like, let's say all the millions of designers out there, you said, it's your belief that probably less than 1,000 actually are good enough to be dangerous at doing this stuff. And then not just that, but of all the salespeople that are working for partners out there, the number of people who know how to sell it is probably even less than that. Right. So that's kind of where you guys come in to partner with, and whether it's a dealer getting them trained up, or whether it's a print sales rep working at at an Alpha Graphics or whatever it might be, how do you sell this thing, right? And so it's really this evolving program. And as we bring on new colors, as we bring on new capabilities, new automation on doing it, we have to continue to evolve the program and not stand still.
So, and I think, I'm going to steal actually, I'm not going to steal. I've been stealing your phrase for the past year and a half.
Good, because I steal yours. So
good. Well, we trade. Is that you guys really helped take the boogeyman out of the 5th and 6th?
Yep.
And I think that's really one of the great things about Aspire, is that you're doing a lot of hand holding with traditionally, I think manufacturers, OEMs, never really felt it was their responsibility. I make the machine, you guys figure out how to make it work.
Yeah.
And you guys are really leaning into educational tools and tutorials and ways to make it so that it's easy, and you guys are taking the boogeyman out of it.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to take the boogeyman out, democratize it, call it whatever you want. You want to normalize it, right? And create this new normal. And I think what we're looking to do that, I've got, one particular customer was saying that that they don't run anything now as a 4-color job anymore. Everything is, if it's not pink, it's clear. If it's not clear, it's white. If it's not white, it's gold or silver. Um, and I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, so creating the new normal is kind of the new mantra.
I love it. Listen, Andrew, you know why I brought you on. You guys this is the Digital Embellishment Show.
Yep.
And you guys are launching something that I think everybody wants to hear a lot more about. Everybody knows about the metallic toners. Everybody knows about pink and what that's doing
Yeah.
for that RGB space. But you guys are launching green, which is a phenomenal addition. Talk to us
Yeah.
about green. Tell us why it's important and why people should be paying attention to what you guys are doing with this.
Yeah, so I can't give away everything, but we've got some new product coming out in the spring that we're really, really excited about. Yes, it's based in green. Well, based in green, it is green, and we're really excited about that because again, it's an additive color. You can add it to the current array that we can do with all the different stuff. It is a fluorescent green, so you go from something like and I'll show you, what just CMYK, great, excellent CMYK print, right?
Yep.
Tough to tell because the screen's blurred a little bit, but you get the idea. Say you can focus on this image. Now, when you're bringing in green, you're obviously going to get much, much more pop to the image. You can see here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. So you're going to get better imagery. Now, why does that matter? So green is, to me, it's actually going to offer the most flexibility. Yes, green gives you nicer, prettier color. But what I love about it is that for two things. Number one is if I'm a designer designing in an RGB workspace, right? I go to print at my job and I'm always like kind of disappointed because it's done the conversion into CMYK. So the green now as an additive color to a CMYK file will betterly protect the inherent properties of that RGB space that you design something in. So that's kind of good in a lot of ways. And because we always say, see what the designer sees, right? So I think that's interesting. But for two, the one thing I found out was interesting is the human eye, the color that it can perceive the most iterations of is, you guessed it, green. So when I was looking at images with and without, I was like, am I seeing more depth into this image? So yes, you get a better green, but you're seeing more depth in the image. Like if you look at a tree line, kind of, going back into the hunter-gatherer, years, or the human eye can see the most of that tree line and the iterations of it. So I think that it's going to be an extremely powerful tool in our customers or partners, and another arrow in their quiver, so to speak. But we're really excited about it, and again, we're going to continue democratizing excellent color and quality for all our partners and
Well,
customers.
I could tell you, I go around the world talking to printers, Andrew, like the amount of printers who complain about Canva designed work in RGB, people who don't understand even RGB
Right,
versus CMYK,
right.
and the ability now to give printers that bullet to be able to take on that Canva RGB work and make it look not the same as the screen, but damn near close.
Yeah, like you're not going to be able to get a backlit
Um,
page or piece of paper, but it's gonna split the difference, I think, because
it
when I
is.
look at yeah, and especially when I look at photo work, and we were already doing interesting things with pink and around photo. So it also on the Pantone library, it's gonna the upper area of like the pastel colors, which before you just couldn't do because they were too muted or plugged. You're now gonna have access to the ability to do that, as well as better photo work, better landscapes, better skies, sweeps, all that great stuff. We're gonna be able to do it, and the fact that it allows you to see deeper into an image. And when I look at it, I guess seeing is believing, but much, much more to come.
It is. And, we have our business cards here printed by our mutual friend, Eddie at Big Dogs. And
Yeah, he's doing some cool stuff,
dude,
right?
he's doing some banana stuff.
He's a Toronto boy too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's really doing some great things on your press. He printed
yeah,
business cards and put some NFC in here. But like the power of these, it's just the pink alone is just really, really interesting to look at. And always people are always like, wow, what did you print that on? And Eddie's trick, I don't know if you know this, is he'll just put pink in everything to extend the gamut. And everybody just thinks he has better quality than everybody else. So he's really, really smart about how he's doing that.
I carry some of his application samples
Yeah.
around. Actually, if I didn't have to get off camera, I'd run over to get them. But I've got some samples in my bag. If he shows it, one is like I think it's like a holiday card. When you open it, that one,
Yeah.
it shows it with and without, and it's just like once you see it with, you're just like, I can't
Yeah.
go back to, I can't
Yeah.
go back to boring old CMYK.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, Eddie's doing some great things, and him and you are both on the advisory council for the Tactosphere. So it's going to be
Thank you. An honor, by the way. Thanks for having us.
the honor is ours, my friend.
Yeah.
And so we're looking forward to launching that in the next month or so. But we thank you for being a part of that, and for people like Eddie, who's going to be able to take your technology and show the world what's possible with all these different options that you guys are developing. And
Yeah. And that conversation, that narrative around the art of possible is something that we rely so heavily on Tactiful for, and not for nothing, I'm going to make a public push to be the first 3-time Tactiful Tuesday person. So I'm just saying, if you need another topic and you want to continue down this road, I'm just saying.
I see a third episode in your future, my friend.
I'm pushing for it. Yeah.
Andrew, thank you so much for an amazing time. Keep up the amazing work. And
You as
dude,
well.
please get some rest. I spent my entire career in international. I've never seen somebody travel as much as you. Get some rest, cash in those miles. Go take some vacation
I've taken a little bit of time, but I'll definitely take your advice once our Q4 is over, of course, if my boss is listening. So
of course. Well, we'll make sure he gets a copy of this video. Thanks again for a wonderful interview. Thanks for your time, and keep up doing the amazing work in evangelizing embellishments. We're big fans of what you guys are doing, and we continue to work together to educate the whole world.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
All right. Thanks, Andrew.
Welcome to the Digital Embellishment Show, where your print comes alive, watch your colors explode. From a spark on the screen to the wow on the floor.